Hey everybody out there on YouTube, you fish enthusiasts and tank lovers like me. This video is going to show you some of my freshwater tanks, my plants, and it's also going to be a giveaway. I'm going to be giving away a freshwater starter plant package to any new subscribers and new friends. Their names will go into a drawing, and I'll pick one September 30th and ship you out a plant package to get you started. But also, because I don't want to leave all the friends and subscribers out that's already done that, I'm going to also pick a name from the friends and subscribers I already have and send them a freshwater plant package as well. So I'll let you know the two winners on the 30th. Here you can see some of my beautiful male guppies, as well as some of the beautiful plants we've got. Lots of Ludwiga, Nubis, Java Fern, Moneywort, Wisteria, Camboba, Amazon Sword. I'm just waffle plant, lilies, and shoot, there's just so many. But I'll send you a nice little sampling to get you started. And what I used to get mine to grow really well and get this deep dark color you're seeing in the leaves there is I used the little grow lights from, you can either get them at a regular department store or you can get them online. I got mine for like $7 and they're the red, blue, and pink color. And they really do bring out the colors of the plants, as you can see. Look at that lily back there, and he's doing really well. I'm going to move on to another tank so you can see some more of the plants that I'm referring to, as well as show you all the hard work I put in each day for all my babies, but they're worth it. Okay, so here's tank 2. I just redid this tank, replanted some plants, or put some different plants in, sorry about that, just so I could have some more of the redder colored ones. So they're not completely grown out just yet, but they're starting to grow, as you can tell. Got lots of snails in this one. But this one's got a bunch of different plants as well. I like the colorful ones. I like green plants, but I really like the red and pinks and purple colored plants too, as you can see in here. And when I show you another tank I have, I think that's probably the prettiest plant I've got, and I'll show you here in a minute when we go on to the next tank. But as you can tell, I've got them all really stocked up on plants in here. I started with the fake plants, but then, you know, the benefits of live plants to a tank, as well as just the beauty of them. It's easy to make the switch, and if you've got fish, it helps with the oxygen, helps with waste cleanup. It adds beauty, it adds a sense of security for your fish. So it's definitely something you might want to think about doing, and it's not that difficult. It really isn't. And you don't have to spend a fortune, because once you put a small investment in, you can make quite a few plants, quite a few tanks out of just your first batch of plants. Let me move on to the next tank. Okay, so this is my dwarf cichlid tank, and I've got some Bolivians in there, and I've got some German rams, and I've got some, oh shoot, can't think of his name. They're the dwarf cichlids. But I've got a varied group of them. I've got some loaches in there as well, some cory cats. Yeah, there's one of the cory cats right there sitting on the rock. It's just a little dwarf cichlid type of community with a few other little guys sprinkled in. I don't know where all my other ones are. I've got a couple blue rams in here, and I guess they're all hiding right now. But they tend to pull the plants out, so a lot of times I have to go back in and re-put them back into the ground. There's the German one over there. But I'll move on to the next tank and show you some more of my plants. Okay, so this is my goby tank, and the reason you cannot see through it very well is because they do eat algae, so I tend to leave it on the glass for them. And this is the tank that's got my stife and goby fry in it, and they are doing well. Spotted a couple of them yesterday, but as the plants grow out more and more, it's harder to find them because there's so many hiding spots. Here you can see, could be dad and mom, could be. There's several pairs, so I'm not sure who dad and mom is just yet. I know it's not, oh, where'd he go? Well, he took off. The rhinogovis kind, because their offspring look a lot different. Their fry look a lot different, because I've had them spawn 3 or 4 times and had fry from them. But I'm going to go on to the next tank. Sorry about the water lines. I didn't wipe this tank, but this is my big boy tank. Big boys and girls tank. And when I got these catfish here, they were the size of a marble. Now they're the size of a tank. That one's called Chunk. Chunk has that name for a reason, obviously, because she's chunky. And then there's Mac. I love Mac. And I've got my parrotfish, and I've had all these for a couple years now. I love these guys. They're so cute. And these guys are my big petable babies. Chunk likes to get her belly rubbed, and so does Mac. There's Mac. Chunk. Alright, I'm going to move on to the next tank. Okay, so in this tank I have some more guppies, fully planted. As you can tell, a bunch of different colorful plants in this one as well. We've got some temple plants, some anubis, some loliga, some replens, lilies, sword plants, purple waffle, you name it, it's in there. And this is another one of my guppy breeding tanks. I have a lot of tanks, so I'm hoping I don't drag this video out forever. But I wanted to show you just some of the plants that may be included in the giveaway. Also let you see some of my fishes. These guys are so amazingly beautiful. I love them all. I really do. The colors on them. There's that orange tiger. Multicolored one there. See, I get lost in these guys. That's why I don't get much done but my tanks, because I'm too busy enjoying watching what they do. They've all got a unique little character, and I like them all. But I'll go ahead and move on to the next tank of plants. Okay, so this is another one of my guppy. It was supposed to be a male tank, but a female stayed in and gave birth, and so now I'm going to have to move to fry. But here you can see the deep dark color in the plants, the red, purple, pink color that really comes out when they're under the right kind of lighting. Now, if you put them under a regular light, you're going to get some of that color, but not to the extreme that you're getting with the grow lights. As you can tell where the grow lights are, it's a lot darker, and then it goes more green on this side where the glow light isn't shining. Or the grow light, sorry. Same way over here. You see I've got that lily there. It's got that beautiful dark purple rich color in there. And as you can tell, the tank is just fully stocked with plants. I like it this way. I made a small investment and grew them out to where I have a lot of them now. But that, I could do a video on that another time. I'm just trying to show you all my tanks. I have so many. Okay, so this is a female tank. I've got some hair algae in this one that I gotta get out. But this one is also fully planted. Bunch of different plants. I've got an anubis back there. I've got some hornwort. But I'm going to zoom in on a plant. I'm going to pause it and zoom in on it so you can see how just beautiful this plant is. Okay, now here's the plant I'm talking about. It almost looks like a rose blooming. And yes, I've got to get that hair algae away from it. The shrimp do sometimes eat it, but they're not able to eat it that fast. Sometimes you're going to have hair algae and you're just going to have to do what I have to do. Get in there and remove it. It's a pain in the butt. Nobody wants to do it, but it's part of having a beautiful tank. But here's some more plants I want to show you. I love these guys here too. And these guys are easy to grow, easy to make more plants out of. And so once you get them and you get them going, you can easily create several tanks out of one batch of plants. So I'm going to go ahead and take you to the next tank because I have so many and so many different plants. So I'm trying to show you all of them so you can kind of get an idea of what the plant package is going to be. Okay, so here's another one of my tanks. And this one's got a variety of plants as well. It's got some of the ones that I just showed you. It's got some Ludwiga, hornwort, temple plant, waffle plant, micro sword, Camboba. I don't know, there's just so many. And I do sell the plants as well. I'm going to try to do it on Aquabit as well as eBay. I just wasn't able to get my pictures uploaded for some reason on Aquabit. But it's under Captivating Creatures, Fish and Inverts. I usually do it at a really good cost for everybody as far as fish and shrimp and snails and plants. And I guarantee all of my things. So I'm going to move on to the next tank so you can see how much work I do. Okay, so this one here was supposed to be a female only tank. One male keeps sliding by. Guppies are generally not very smart, but if they're the only male in a group of females, all of a sudden they get a brain. I'm not saying they're all stupid, because they're not. I'm just saying it seems like they're always chasing after the females and they get stuck up in the net. I've had them swim in the net when I'm trying to catch them. You're like, get out of the net, I don't want you. But as soon as it's the one you want, they're out of here. And so anytime he sees me come near the tank, he goes into hiding, and he knows he's got enough hiding spots to go there. Because you don't see him out, do you? Yeah, and here I've got a bunch of different plants as well. Albino pond snail. Let me see if I can zoom in on them. They're so neat looking. They've got little sparkly body. Yeah, see how he sparkles? I'll be selling some of them. You see his little eye? How cute is that? I'll be selling some of them as soon as I have more of them. I've got several, but I'd like to keep the ones I got. So if they have some more babies, I'll probably sell some of them. But this isn't the last tank, so I need to just keep moving on and show you the more of my tanks. Now, I do all the maintenance, feeding, and everything for all my tanks, and I'm only showing you the fresh water. The salt water I have too. So I'm going to go downstairs and show you the rest of my tanks and plants. Okay, so here's another one of my tanks. This is all males. There's no female. There should not be any females in it. And as you can tell, it's fully planted as well. It's got all my males in there. And I know it looks like a lot of fish in one tank, but I haven't lost fish. I take real good care of my fish. I do weekly water changes of 50%. I've got extra filtration plus the plants. So all my fish are healthy. I very seldom even lose one, and I've got thousands. So as long as you're keeping up with the maintenance, the feeding, the filtration, plants, and all that, you can have multiples. I have not had an issue as far as putting this many males into a tank. I haven't had a loss. Some of these are the great-grandparents of the ones from upstairs. So, I mean, they're very hardy, and I take care of them. Irregardless of how many's in that tank, they're well taken care of. You can tell they're healthy, fit, vibrant, beautiful fish. So it's possible to have a lot of fish in one tank so long as you're maintaining and doing the work on that tank. I would say if I had to estimate how many fish and shrimp and snails and stuff I have, it would be in the millions, and it's just me taking care of them. So, and I'm not losing them. Obviously, or I wouldn't have this many. No, they're not going anywhere, except when I saw them. But I'll go on to the next tank, show you some more. These are blue buckets. I'm guessing they're kind of like for laundry or something like that, but they're just plastic buckets that are really thick. So what I've done is I put some sand in the bottom. I've got a light overhead, and I put some plants down in there. Now, the plants haven't got a chance to grow real well in here yet because I just did these. And this is mainly for juvenile females and babies, no males in here, so the population stays at an even keel. And it's also another place I can grow out plants, and the females seem to enjoy it, so it gives them some privacy. But this is just another one of my tanks. Okay, so this is another one of my male tanks, and as you can see, it's fully planted, bunch of different plants. All these plants were started off of an original order. Now, I have ordered other plants at another time that I didn't have similar to it, but most of these plants are all been taken off of my original order and regrown to have a nice, lush paradise for my fish. And as you can tell, I think they enjoy it. My shrimp enjoy it. My fish enjoy it. All my babies are happy and healthy. Except they would like to have some females. But other than that, they're happy and healthy. They're like, where'd all the girls go? But this is just another one of my male tanks. And these guys are probably going to be going up for sale because I have so many of these guys right now. And I'm trying to work on another coloration. But until they do, they're my babies, and I'll take care of them. Okay, so I know the video is running long, but we're talking about a lot of tanks here, so. Okay, this is a female tank, and hopefully there's no sneaky males in there, but you never can guarantee it, because some babies, you'll look at them and you'll say, oh, that's a female, and then all of a sudden it's a male, and he's in there with a bunch of females trying to get them all preggers. This is another one that's got a lot of wisteria in it. It's got some hornwort, some anchorus. I think there's some moneywort in there. But it's just another one of my tanks. This is my female tank. I love the females' colors in here. They've got all different colored tails and little spots. But I'll move on to the next one. This one is a fry tank. All the fry go in here to grow up, and then I'll separate the males and the females once they're all grown. Now that Anubis is getting choked out, so I'm going to have to move him by the wisteria. As you can tell, the wisteria is going crazy in there. And this is just a fry holding tank so that I can see if they're going to be males or females. And no, I don't lose any of my fry. This many in a tank, as long as you're taking care of it, they're fine. It's when you neglect them and you don't clean and you don't do your top offs and things like that that you start running into health issues and things of that nature. And I think always in the back of my mind, I always say, how would I feel if I was that fish? And if they're suffering, I'm suffering. So I tend to try to keep it to where everyone's happy and healthy. I just seen a male. He's got to go out of there. But you can maintain a decent amount of fish in a tank with the right conditions, as long as you're taking care of it. So this one's another one of the buckets. And this has got females in there. There's maybe 10, 12 females. It's about a 30-gallon bucket. And I just put some plants in there so they haven't had a chance to grow yet. I just opened these up so I could have some more space for the females. Okay, now this is a big tub I've got. It's full of plants and female guppies. As you can see the plants a little bit better where the light's shining a bit. But this is the kind of grow light I'm referring to here. I've got that kind and like the stick kinds that go from side to side. I'll show you when I go back up what I'm referring to. But you can see the color that it puts off is that pink, red and blue. And the pink, I think, is the most vital color. Because they say, scientific studies say that they respond better to pink. But this is another one. I'm going to go on to the next. Okay, so this is another one of my male ones. This is a tub. And half of it is covered with sand and plants. The other half has filtration. And as you can see, there's quite a few males in here, but they're all healthy. I honestly don't lose fish. That's probably why I have so many. Even if I separate the males and females, I've got fish that's old in here. Real old. You can see how healthy they are. Now these guys will probably be for sale because I have so many of them. But they certainly are beautiful, beautiful guys. Aren't you guys? You're good looking, aren't you? This is just another one of mine. And you can see all the different plants that's in here. I'm going to have to part out some of these because they're getting a little long and they're starting to reach above the water. But this is another one of my guppy tanks. And you can see how well the Anubis does into that pink light. Really grows well. Okay, so this is another one of the blue round tubs. This one's got some plants in it that need to be put back into the sand, but this one I think I started first, and that's why the plants are doing a little bit better. I need to add a few more plants in here as well. But I've got so many tanks to take care of. I try to get certain things done at certain times and sometimes get overwhelmed. But I'm going to go on to the next one. Okay, so this is another one of my fry tanks. There's a few females that are pregnant that are in there, and the rest of them are fry. And as soon as they start to show whether they're going to be male or female, I'll move them to either a male or female tank. I've got a couple already emptied out and ready to go. So as soon as I start knowing if, like the big females can, as soon as they give birth, they can go ahead and go into the big female tank. But this is just another one, and you can see I've got a bunch of wisteria, I've got some temple plant, some micro sword. I don't have as many of the red colors down here because these plants grow faster than the other ones do, and they provide better filtration when you have more fish in a tank. So let me move on to the next one. So this one here is just kind of like my pond tank. It's a big tub. It's got some pond or duckweed and hornwort and some fish in there, and just got a bunch of plants in there. And this is where I keep some of the fry. As you can tell, we've got plenty of fry. That's the one thing with not losing any. Got plenty of fish. So yeah, this week I'll be working on moving them into tanks, males and females separated. But this is just another one. And here's another one of my male tanks, and some of the plants are broken free and floating along the top. Now this one's got some of the guys that are for sale, or I'll be putting up for sale, either on eBay or Aquavit, one or the other, whichever one I can get them up on faster. But this is just some of my guys in here that I've got some Endler guys, I've got some pink guys in here, some orange guys, just a bunch of different colors. But plants, got a bunch of different plants. I love the Camboba. You look at how pretty that is, and the Ludwiga, wisteria. I really like the wisteria. It's got beautiful plant foliage. But I'm going to move on to the next one. Java moss. Okay, so this is another one of my tanks where usually I'm selling the males from these tanks. That's why they're in these tanks. Beautiful little tiger guppy there. He's a mini. But yeah, you can see there's plenty of plants in this one as well. There's lots of colorful little characters, my fish. I feed my fish a lot of different variety of foods, so they'll get frozen, flake, vegetables, chicken liver, a whole gambit of food. They're not picky. So let me move on to the next one. Okay, so here's my last freshwater one, and it's just a small tank. It's got some males in it, and they've already knocked loose some of the plants. A couple tigers. Let me try to zoom in. Get some of the endlers in here as well as some other males. As you can see, they're all healthy, fat, vibrant, beautiful fish. And that's the main thing when keeping this many tanks. I've got all these tanks. If I could not maintain them, I wouldn't keep them because I just wouldn't feel right about it. And that's why I try to sell some of the offspring, not just because there's really no money in it if you think about it. By the time I've fed these guys, growed them up, put the investment into taking care of them and stuff, there's really not no money in it. But to bring beautiful fish to somebody and allow them to enjoy what you've bred, that's the whole thing, you know. So that's the part I enjoy, when people look at my fish and say, wow, them are beautiful. I've never seen any that beautiful before. So that's the big thing for me, is that I just want to make beautiful fish for everybody so that they can enjoy them in their tank, because having a tank is so relaxing and nice. In guppies, you can put with just about anything, literally. They're very peaceful. The only thing they do is they will pester the crap out of the females, but other than that, they're really peaceful fish, and you can keep them with just about anything. I keep mine with the shrimps and the snails and things like that. So, I mean, you can do that. And another great thing about breeding guppies is the colors. You never know what you're going to get. It's kind of like Christmas. As they start to grow, it's like, oh, wow, look at that. Oh, I've never seen one like that before. And it's an exciting thing. Same with my shrimp. But it's basically just producing something that's beautiful, that everyone is going to enjoy. And that's the satisfaction in it. But I'm going to head back upstairs and show you the light I was referring to, so that you know what kind of light is the best kind of lights for your plants. I almost forgot a tank. Oh, that's sad. I've got this many tanks. There's my pea puffer. That's Mary. I don't know where Pippin is. He's in there somewhere. Mary and Pippin are my pea puffers. They love their frozen food and snails. And this is a females that were pregnant or are pregnant and having babies. It's another fry tank. But Pippin and Mary live in there too, because there's no shrimp in there and they can't eat my shrimp. So if Pippin and Mary were to see a shrimp, they would be all over that shrimp. So can't have the shrimp in there. Okay, so like I said about the lights, it is basically this just strip light here with the pink. You can see it kind of goes both sides. The pink and blue and red in color. You can see it off the water there. That is what gets some beautiful colors in your plants. And they really take root when you've got them in some with them kind of lights. But I also use just this basic, you can either use like a shop light or one of these. Let me show you this LED strip here. I use that. And as you can see, all the plants are really healthy and vibrant. Anyone who wants to get into fish keeping or breeding and plants and things like that, just keep in mind, you know, that these fish are in your care and custody, so make sure you give them the best environment you can give them. I love my fish. A lot of people might say, oh, having that many fish in one tank, but I haven't lost fish, and I've had these guys for 3 years. And so, as long as you're doing what needs to be done for their care and well-being, you can do that. Especially fish that are sociable like this. They like to have other fish around them. They like to swim amongst the other fish. They don't even mind the beta. But anyways, sorry the video took so long. I've got a lot of tanks that I've got fish in, so I just wanted to show you all my tanks, all the different kinds of plants and fish that I have, and let you know about the giveaway. Like I said, I'm going to pick one new subscriber or friend from Facebook and one old subscriber or friend from Facebook, and send you a freshwater starter plant package. It'll end on the 30th. All you have to do to be entered is subscribe or friend me. That's it. No catch. And once I draw the winner, I'll get your address and I'll mail you a nice little sampling of some plants to get you started planting your own tank. Anyways, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the videos of all my different freshwater tanks. And check out some of my other videos. You can see some of my fish up close and personal, like here. See what colors I have available. I have offspring in every kind of color right now that I could sell. I just, you know, ask me about it. If you see it and you see something you like and you'd like to purchase something, just let me know. I do the plants, fish, snails, and shrimp. Look at that yellow shrimp. Isn't he cute? Absolutely adorable little yellow shrimp. I've got all different kinds, and as you can see, I've got a lot of trumpet snails, ram's horn, pond snails, different colored shrimp. Where's that red one? There it is. I got red ones, blue ones, green ones, orange ones, you name it. But thanks for watching, and I'll announce the winners on September 30th. And whoever wins to get that package,